Good evening everyone and welcome to another CDR race, which is going to be at Canada for Season 1 Round 5 of the F2. You've got myself, Teabag, and also joined on comms is Colin, aka Mechanical.
As always.
Oh yes.
Everyone's used to me by now.
Oh yes, as you know, you run the Tier 2 chat with Ninja. I've now taken over Tier 1. So this should be fun.
And we actually have ready up already, which is good because it's bang on time.
So we have got some reserves in tonight. So we have got in the dams, we've got Clay alongside Hound, who'll be replacing Carl. In the ART, we have Noodles alongside Dylan, replacing Calvin. And in the Cheroos, we have Charlie alongside Nerfpack, replacing Nobody Extreme. So thanks for those guys covering for us to get a full grid.
It's always best to have a full grid.
Oh, 100%. So we have also got Robbie and Herbie alongside JJ in the high tech. He's replacing Ninja going forward. Unfortunately, Ninja can't commit full time to a Monday night. So Robbie's going to take his seat.
Right, so we've already got a couple of comments. We've got Carl Trim said, "Good luck, JJ," and first race as a married man.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. We've also got Osso saying good evening and Kieran saying let's go boys. And then Ruben's just dropped in with a message saying Osso Bosso Monday.
Osso Bosso Monday, here we go. They don't hang about.
Well, to be fair to Osso, he's had a bit of a mixed weekend.
He had a good race on Tier 3.
Yeah, he didn't have a bad race in Tier 2. It wasn't his best performance, granted, but it wasn't a terrible race. But he had a much better race on Sunday in the Tier 3, so...
See, what I like doing with the Tier 2 race, when I was reserving, I always use that sort of as a test for Sunday night.
You know what, I'm betting that's pretty much what he did as well. So apparently I'm on with FRL Ginge, because that's just who it gave me.
So I'm going to try and join someone.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's so difficult to actually get anybody else, it's unreal. Kieran and Jackie are both out.
Oh, Jackie and Kieran, yep. So I'm just on board with Clay. So let's just bring up the map. Oh, Clay just had to ease off on the hairpin there of 8 and 9 as he comes up to the hairpin of turn 10.
Well, Ginger's having a pretty good run here. He slowly creeps up from about 11th and he's currently 7th at the minute.
So as it stands, we've got Dan in first, of course, just before the chicane comes up.
See how he takes that chicane, because I know how difficult it is in an F1 car. I'm not sure how difficult it's going to be in the F2s.
Yeah, invalidated.
You know what? He took it quite well, actually. Didn't even go onto the exit curb and managed to P4.
Oh, we got Nicky saying Osso.
Yep, Osso's got his fan zone back in, and it looks like we had about 8 or 9 cars either out or disqualified. That was quite a few.
Yeah,
so we had
Hamster Nick's P1.
Yeah, so we
came out of nowhere.
No time. And we had DSQs for Dylan, Clay, King Lookman, Harry, and Wings YouTube. And then, yeah, we've got Hamster and Dan at the top with Cool Pete, Ginger Noodles, JJ Lato, Dimster, El Jobo, Matey Boy, Elite Hound, Nerfpack, Charlie, and Osso.
So, Elite Hound is going to start P1 for the sprint.
Yep, reverse critter put Elite Hound at the front.
Yes, so that's going to put Hamster at the back. But he had a mega race on Friday night.
Not really at the back, he'll be midfield.
So at the back of the top 10.
I fully expect to see some of these guys moving up quite quickly.
100%.
For example, Harry, was disqualified there. The same with Kieran, he set no time as well. So I fully expect those two to make some early moves. You know,
to be fair, it seems every week Harry starts at the back.
Yeah,
and he just absolutely flies through.
Yeah.
Oh, Chloe Cashman saying, "Come on, Clay."
Oh, that's unusual. Clay's actually got someone supporting him.
Yep.
I said in the tier 2s on Friday, we was talking about how Nicky's supporting Osso, and nobody seems to be supporting Clay. I was saying the only thing that seems to support Clay is his legs at this point, but he seems to have found a fan.
Let's just get the telemetry up, enabled.
Alright, so I'm going to keep an eye on penalties because there's not much point watching the tyres for this race because everybody's going to be on the same tyres for the whole race. There is no reason to make a stop.
Oh, there's Noodles and Ginge must have had coming together. Yeah, I'll keep mine on position change to start with and then check the rest as we go along. As Nicky has said, not a very good wife, ha?
No, well, you've got to support who you think is going to do best, and clearly the answer to that isn't Clay.
Well, he's starting P17, so he might show how he's doing it.
You see that? I mean, look at Dan last week. Dan and Harry were both starting quite low down the field, and both of them got really high up into the order, you know, on the podium most of the time for both races. So,
and Dan's actually our current championship leader with Harry behind him.
So the grid order then for, well, the top 10 for the sprint race is Elite Hound in P1 with Matey Boy alongside him, El Jobo and Dimpster on the second row, JJ Lasso and Noodles on the third row, Ginge and Coolpy on the fourth row, and then Dan and Hamster on row 5 to round out the top 10 for the starting grid. Of course, they will be back again the other way around for the feature race, but I'm sure a lot of those guys will make plenty of moves.
It's just the turn one that's always the fun part to start with, because it's always notorious for wheel banging and end plates going missing.
Yeah, you've got to be really careful into turn one. I had to be quite careful into turn one. I actually went wide at turn 2, just trying to avoid the little bit of chaos that was there. Like you said, the wheel banging and the missing end plates and stuff like that.
Oh, of course. So as everyone now forms up on the grid, as we just wait for the 5 lights.
Jump on to Matey Boy there, I've got a better view of the lights.
So 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's off. That was a quick start in lights.
That was quick. Wow, that is a very, very jumpy El Jobo car there.
Well, that was a good start by Ninja there. So as it stands, it looks pretty clean so far. Oh,
Ninja's not racing, do you mean Hound?
Sorry, yes. Oh, as Kieran's had a spin at the back.
He's the only car that seems to have spanned, so I don't know if that was something he caused himself or...
No, unfortunately
I do
not.
believe
there's a lot of changes going on.
Turn 4.
But Hound is just absolutely flying off. 1.3 seconds, that's a gap and a half to start with before not even halfway round.
Oh.
Oh.
Who was that? That was somebody's just had a bit of connection with the wall there. I was on board with Harry and it was another car.
I'm wondering if it's Nerf Pack. Whoa!
Oh, that's another big one. I'm trying to figure out who's actually doing this. There's bits of wing everywhere. So Dylan's
Jesus,
got
someone slammed into Harry's, just been obliterated into turns 8 and 9.
Yeah, there was, for a few corners there was a lot of bits of wing flying everywhere. So Harry's got most of his front wing missing.
God, Jesus.
Dylan has no front wing. Nerf Pack appears to have no front wing. Also, I don't think.
So Clay's going into the pits. He must have got caught up in that. Dylan, Nerf Pack, Kieran.
Nerfax just picked up a 5-second speeding penalty as well. 5 seconds he's already got. As Luckman's also got 3 seconds. So, yeah, that's a new nose going on to Clay's car.
As is a VSC.
And Nerfpack's car. Kieran's car's having a nose. Dylan's is having a nose, and so is Harry's. So, it looks like we've had 5 drivers there with some kind of wing damage.
See, I think Kieran's was at the start of the race, to be fair. But yeah, the rest of them got caught up in that. That was an absolute smash.
I think Kieran's wasn't actually the start of the race. That spin, I don't think caused the damage. I think he actually got caught up in whatever all that little bits of debris we saw flying about was, which is what actually caused the VSC.
The VSC's now ended, and Hound 2 seconds ahead there. Hamster's just picked up a spot.
So that was a bit of carnage, as I think there's still bits of debris on it. See if I can just pick it up as Clay.
Cole P's just made a move on JJ, but they're going 3 wide down here. Oh, here we go, through the chicane. Oh, they all back out nicely there, just to sit behind each other. DRS is now enabled. Hamster with a 1 minute 27.
Clay's just purpled sector 2. It looks like it's gone now. There was still a bit of debris at the hairpin as the guys come through, but Clay's just come through there and it looks clear now. So,
as Ginger and Hamster are sort of having a nice little battle here, going 2 wide through 3 and 4.
I think they're probably the closest battle on track as well. Luckman's quite close to the back of Charlie. That's probably the only other really close one. Is he's going to have DRS here as well, so that should be a move done there, going into 8 and 9.
So we've got Colby 3 attempts on the back of Matey Boy, but he's going to have DRS as well on old Jobo.
Ooh, Charlie's facing the wrong way. I was just going to say actually that because of where the detection zone is, for that Charlie would actually have the DRS back there on Luckman, but unfortunately he's spun out.
And unfortunately he's lost his wing as well.
Yeah,
as JJ's just made the move on Dimpstar.
Charlie, which means he's going to be dropped down to in and amongst the back 5 runners.
Oh, what's going on here? Dimpster's had an issue at the chicane.
Yeah, he's also sitting face to face with the wall, so he's having to reverse. So he's going to have to do a whole lap with no front wing by the looks of it.
Oh, that's going to be painful.
Oh no, he's got some part of his wing. I just couldn't see how much it was, but it looks like he may have lost some of it. Yeah, he's lost his right-hand end plate. It looked to be more than that initially.
As El Jobo is just closed that 2-second gap to half a second now behind Hound.
Yeah, he's made a pass on Matey Boy there somewhere and just shut that gap right down. Ginger and Hamster.
But we've got Colby on the back of Matey Boy.
That was another bit of wing just gone. I think that was Noodles who just lost a piece of wing, possibly.
Yeah, he's left side. He's lost an end plate.
Yeah, he's lost more than the end plate. There's a section of his front wing missing as well. Yeah, that left side. Oh, a bit of a wheel bang there with. I think that was wings. Yeah, about 3/4 of his left side of his wings completely gone.
Oh, as Joel Jobo's has made the move stick before the chicane.
Yeah, I was having a little look at Coolpy as well. He was getting quite close to the back of Matey Boy, but of course they're in a little bit of a DRS train, so it makes it quite difficult to actually make a pass.
As Hound goes defensive into turn 1.
Oh.
Here we go. Oh, they've just gone into the pits, that was all.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there was a little shove there from Coolpy on Matey Boy.
As Colby is going round the outside, makes it the inside of turn 4, as Charlie's picked up a time penalty.
Yeah, I was just going to say that myself.
JJ's made the move there.
And he will be entering DRS here as well, so we'll make sure that sticks. Now El Jobo's got almost 2 seconds at the front now.
Yeah, he's cruising. He's another one, if he gets clean air, he can just sort of drive off.
Yeah, to be honest, you're saying that, I'm quite surprised to see Dan's not moved up too far. I was just looking at where he is. He's still P6. So.
Oh, Weatherman's DNF'd on... Oh, has he gone into the pits? Yeah, he's retired in the pits. He's had enough.
Yeah, that's a pits. That's
the trouble
likely down
is...
to the fact that he's so far behind now.
Yeah, the trouble is you've got with Wars, Colby's made that move stick there, but as I say, Hound didn't have any DRS, there's nothing he could do there. But
no,
as JJ's got a nice run on Hound here. He's going to make that move stick on the inside of turn 1.
Maybe. Yeah, he made it stick.
Yeah.
That was Matey Boy trying to follow him through, but had to back out of it.
Oh, he's trying to move around the...
He's just lost that down in the process as well.
As he makes move stick on Hound as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, Hound's just lost in place there as well, so...
So this is like Brazil last week with Kieran. He started dropping places.
Actually, something I did notice with Kieran as well is...
Oh, Kieran's facing the wrong way through the Wall of Champions.
He's lost a couple of places, but he's actually out. I was just going to say that he's actually got a different helmet on tonight as well.
And
I did notice
he's out.
I jumped on board with him not too long ago. That might be a safety car because of where it is. It's actual.
But he's still, the car's still driving.
Oh, that's strange then.
Did he retire on the track?
Possibly, because technically the screen doesn't say he DNF'd.
Yeah, that's what I thought. As Matey Boy is going to make the move on Hound down the back straight.
May have retired on track.
Oh, is Gin's going to look to make the move as well? No. But
so
he is going to have DRS.
And he's putting on the super softs as well as taking a new front wing.
Trouble is that's going to hurt his feature race because you have to use those as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, towards the end of the race, are they going to be starting to go off? That's the question. How long are they going to be able to go?
Looking to make a move on Hound on turn 3. No, he just thinks better of that. So he'll have a run in on the DRS.
The longest of tracks, but it is quite vicious on your tyres in some places.
So yeah, Clay's absolutely flying out there.
Yeah,
he's in P11 now.
In front of him. So, just having a quick look back at the comments. So, Ruben says only 18 places to go, Otto. Obviously, Otto's made some places up since then, and he's now in.
Oh, is Ginger's looking to make a move on the outside? Is he going to try the switch back on Hound? No, Hound shuts the door on him now. But he's going to have DRS here, so he'll make this move stick quite easily.
Who else have we got? So we've got Mark Trim saying, have a good one, JJ. And Kieran says he retired in the pits and it drove him back onto the track.
And that's what happened with Clay on Friday night. Yeah, so Ginger's made the move stick on Hound.
I wonder if he tried to retire in the pit lane too early.
Potentially.
Yeah, unless it's just a bug that throws you back onto track like that. But thankfully it didn't cause any kind of safety car or anything, so it's not actually affected the race of the rest of the drivers, which is a good thing. It's just unfortunate that the game.
Fortunately, it's a victim of Canada.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, I can't even make sense of what happened with Clay. I know he retired in the pits, but when we were jumped on board with him, the nose of his car was driving into the pit wall. Yeah. Right at the start of the pit wall. It was a really bizarre thing to see.
I'll tell you what, Dan is hassling JJ here.
Quite an angle. But for some reason, the angle I've got on Ginger's car here has put me right on the nose cone. But all I can really see, all I can really see is the aerial on the front of his car. It's an awful thing to see. Oh, you've got this big grey line up the middle of your screen.
So Osso's picked up a time penalty.
There's actually quite a lot of penalties out there now.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Majority of them are 3 seconds. Is Jack in
Dan tucks in behind. He'll have a second crack here. He gets a nice exit out of the Wall of Champions. I don't think it's enough.
Dan's actually made a couple of places as well since I was saying about him not making many moves.
Yeah, he's gained 5 so far this race.
As Wings has just made a move on King Luckman as well. And
a little bit of wheel bang in there.
Yeah, I was going to say there was a little bit of wheel bang in there. But the thing is, if Luckman stays close enough now, he's going to get the next DRS zone, which he will, because he's just going through the detection zone now. So
oh,
if he
he's
gets
trying to make a move on the inside here.
Oh, that was close to an track limit as well. I think he just stayed on though.
So
this isn't
won't get him here.
Place, but he will keep him nice and close. That may have been a track limit though from Luckman. Ran a little bit too much turn 9 there. Oh, he's looking at a move on the inside.
He thought better of that one.
Yeah, I mean, it is doable down there. We've seen quite a few people make those moves down there, but you've got to be alongside by the time you hit the braking zone. But he has got the
they're going to look to go too wide, so no, Dan just gets the move done before the chicane. Oh, we've had an issue here on... who is that?
So, Luckman has made the move back on wings.
And that was
right over
Jackie who's had an issue after turn 5 and 6, I believe that is. Yeah, he's missing part of his wing.
Yeah, so Nerve Pack's just driven past him, no problems. See if I can find out what part of his wing is actually missing. Yeah, it's a big chunk of his right-hand side of his wing, so that'll severely compromise him for places like the hairpin that he's just going around. As Charlie is back in the pits, because he is at least a lap down, I would say. He's a minute and 24 behind the leaders. Sorry,
this is his first time, I believe, on the F2.
Yeah.
Jackie's in the pit now.
Yeah, he's in excess of a lap down on the leader, as Noodles is very close to being lapped as well. It's literally about half of the pit straight there. As we've actually got Jackie in as well, because he needed that front wing. So Charlie is now 2 laps down, so he just want to stay out of the way of the drivers there. Jackie is a lap down as well. So some of these guys aren't having the best of drives out there.
No, it's the only really things that are going on at the moment. You've got Dan 4 tenths behind Cole P, and then JJ 8 tenths behind Dan. So that's really the closest. Oh, Clay's made a move there on Osso.
Clay's just made a move on Osso.
Hold on. Osso's in the pits, that's why. He's gone for a new nose cone.
Alright, so Kieran's obviously still listening to what we were saying there. So he said that he was fully in the pit lane, so it wasn't like he wasn't quite far enough into the pit lane or anything like that. I just wondered maybe if that was the case. He said he needed another wing, confirmed the strategy to pit, paused and retired, and it drove back out onto track rather than staying in the pit lane.
That's odd.
A really bizarre thing to happen.
So just on board with Dan now, as he's got DRS wide open on the back of Cole P. As he goes to the inside, gets that move. They're going to try too wide through here. Oh, that was nice driving by them too. So Dan made that move stick. And he's now got 2 laps. Oh, as JJ's done the same.
Ooh.
Just before turn 1.
So
Colby's
just
nice
lost
going.
2 places in 2 DRS zones then.
But Dan is taking chunks of time out of El Jobo here.
Yeah,
it was 1.4, it's now 1.1.
Dan B, especially when he's got fresh air ahead of him.
Oh, 100%.
By other cars. As Colby is sitting very, very close to the back of JJ Lato here, so he's going to have DRS, so he'll probably have a run at him here.
Dan's in now within DRS of El Jobo as well.
And that is an awful angle. For some reason, the game says, oh look, he's about to...
Whoa, as Hound gets a bit squirrely through turns 5 and 6, and Luckman just made the move stick.
So JJ has just picked up an extra 3-second penalty, so now he's on 6. So as it stands, Colby is actually net P3.
So here we go, 5 tenths behind Dan. El Jobo Dan is. So he'll close the gap in this time, and then he'll probably get him on the second DRS.
Quickly.
Yeah, he's going to back out. He won't go for it here.
I was just flicking back onto Colby as well, because he was doing exactly the same, just a little further back. And he did the same. He backed out of it as well. So he just didn't have him for it. I mean, they're realistically the closest battles you've got. Elite Hound trying to stay on the back of King Upman. You've got...
Oh, Ginger's made a move on...
Made a move on Matey Boy there. I think Matey Boy went a bit wide. I was about to say they were pretty close together as well. You got Coolty and JJ, and Dan and El Jobo were close as well. So there's about 4 little battles going on the track here. And I do believe
someone's had an issue with it. No, it's been cleared. There's no problems there. Colby 2 tenths behind JJ, so he'll want to get the move done on the next DRS.
Also, getting closer to the back of Nerfpack as well, but he didn't have DRS because he was.
So Dan's only 2 tenths behind El Jobo now, so he should make this move stick.
Oh yeah, he is. Look at the.
So he's making Dan go round the outside. Oh, this is going to be... Yeah, there we go. Dan's got that move done.
Oh, Coolpy's had a much better drive out of the Wall of Champions chicane there, and he may try and break late into turn 1.
Yeah, he's... Oh, they need it... Oh, he just backs out there.
Little touch there. I think he tried to tuck in behind, but didn't realise his front wing was quite as close as it was.
God, Jesus, Dan's nearly a second ahead already.
Yeah, Dan's just driven off.
Oh, as Colby's just picked up a time penalty, so he'll want to be careful now.
After DRS protection, he's almost 1.2 seconds ahead.
Jesus. Whoa, as Colby gets a bit squirrely there. He too much curb.
Yeah, I was going to say Colby just took a little bit too much curb there, and his tail stepped out on him, but he seems to have got a better drive.
But he's going to take the move on the inside. He'll make this stick. But really, would you want to be ahead of him there? Coming up to the next DRS?
Really, because then you just lose out at the next DRS zone. I mean, these F2s don't have the added bonus of ERS that allows you to just get
Osso's made the move on Nerfpack.
Yeah, I did say that move was coming shortly.
Yep. So you got Hamster on the back of Dylan with DRS wide open. But Dylan has got 9 seconds of penalties.
They're creating a little bit of a DRS train, those three. Also, Nerfpack and Dimpster's just added on.
As Kieran has just said, Dan has entered Godsend mode.
Yeah, so Dan has finished. I didn't realise the race was over until I've just seen the checkered flag.
Oh, yeah,
Jobo's P2, Coolpy's come P3, JJ Lato's P4, Matey Boy's P5, Ginge P6, Hound P7, Lookman
Nice.
P8, Wings P9.
Whoa, Jesus, what was that about?
That's Charlie. That's Charlie. He's taking the checkered flag a couple of laps down, but seems to be facing the wrong way there.
That was savage.
And Clay's managed
P11.
I was going to say 10, but Hamster just snuck through into P10, and Clay's got P11.
Dimpster's just made a move. Nerfpack's just made the move back on Dimpster into the hairpin.
Yeah, but now Dimpster's going to have that DRS as well, so he'll make that move back.
Yeah.
But he's got to get at least a second, otherwise it's not going to matter. It's going to be a toss-up of these three who finishes where between also Dimpster and Nerfpack with penalties.
So also stays where it... No.
Osso's just dropped down to the back of that. I think it was Nerfpack, Dimpster, and then Osso, but I'm not 100% sure because it was very close.
I think
there wasn't a lot in it for the penalties.
To be fair, driver of the day, the game saying Dan, I potentially agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those that he's made up a lot of places.
But he's done it cleanly and efficiently.
Yeah, he seems to do it nice, cleanly, and with ease. He never really seemed to struggle for it. No. So I don't really think we can disagree with the game on that one.
No, 100%. I'm happy with that one. So just let them play out their little celebration, and then we'll move on to the feature.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, after Dan finishing where he did last week, that would have hurt him on his points. So that was a fight back for him. But yeah, final classification for the sprint is Dan P1, El Jobo P2, Colby P3, JJ P4, Matey Boy P5, Ginge P6, Hound P7, Luckman P8, Wings YouTube 9th, Hamster 10th, Clay 11th, That's a good drive back for Clay, to be fair, considering the issue he had at the starts there. Dylan P12, Nerf Pack P13, Dimpster 14th, Osso 15th. Then we've got Jackie at 16th, Noodles 17th, Charlie 18th, and then the two DNS was Kieran and Harry, as Harry's left the session.
Well, he might want to be here for the feature race, so I'll quickly just see if I can send him an invite back.
Yeah, of course.
While once we've loaded up, because I can't do anything until we load up.
There we go.
Right, invite.
And he don't really want to leave the session because he's P2 in the championship. He's got a fight back on his hands.
That's exactly it. So when the PlayStation decides to actually load, I will get that invite out. There we go. So that's an invite out to Harry there, because I mean he has compromised him slightly in the fact that he won't be able to pick his race strategy because he's not actually in the session.
No, but then I suppose the race strategy is probably going to be similar to the sprint anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
won't be able to choose his tyres.
It's just going to be tyres because he can't change his fuel load anyway.
No.
Unlike the F1s where we can change that fuel load, he can't. So he's not compromised with fuel load. It will just be down to which tyres he's starting on and which tyres he's going to finish on. But I'm sure he can adjust that himself.
So with Hamster and Dan on the front row, this should be an interesting start.
I do believe this for the feature race is softs and super softs. There's no other tyre choice.
No, that's right.
I had a little play here myself in the F2s the other day.
I did, and I preferred it to F1.
To be honest with you, they're slower and they're easier to control majority of the time. So I completely agree. These seem a little bit easier to get around in than the F1 car.
So just now they're going to do their formation lap.
So the only person starting on the super soft is Charlie. Everybody else is on the soft tyres.
Oh yeah.
Which just means that Charlie will be coming in for tyres sooner.
Yeah.
That's all, really. And all it means is the other guys will switch over to the super softs after probably, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 laps, something like that. Charlie will probably have to switch over to the softs after maybe 7 or 8 laps, something like that. It'll only be literally just doing things the other way around as opposed to the rest of the grid.
Oh, of course. See, this could be a drive back for Kieran. If he keeps his nose clean into turn 1, he could just drive through the carnage if there is any during the race, which is Canada. There will be.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully there's not as much carnage as there was in the first lap of the sprint, because, I mean, although there was nothing majorly catastrophic involved, there was a lot of bit of wings flying all over the track.
I don't know, that issue with that back group,
VSC.
that was just kamikaze.
That's what I mean, like, you know...
Oh, as Charlie's...
qualified. You know that there's a lot of contact happening, a lot of bit of wings flying around when the game brings out a VSC so it can clear the debris off the track.
Yeah.
Right. That's how much there was. So...
There's no safety cars.
One driver disqualified. No, there was no safety cars, it was just the one VSC.
Yep. So, yeah, that's interesting. As one person, unless he cut the corner or something, I don't know.
I don't know what it is with these F2s, but just as I'm looking back up the grid as the cars are starting to drop into the starting positions, a few of them are just bouncing up and down. I spotted Dan's, and then I've just spotted one a few cars back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then I think there's another one. It might be
Here we go.
Possibly Harry.
So
I'm not sure, but it's somebody.
Here we go. 5 red lights for the last time at Canada. Rev their engines. Long pause and it's off.
That was
so Hamster looked like he got a good start there as he tries to cover off Dan, but he may lose out on 2 positions.
In the wall already.
Whoa!
Through the entire grid. What in the world was that about?
I think sure that was Charlotte. All I caught was the back end of it.
The wrong way. So Hamster's in the wall and he's going to go to the back. Charlie's already out, so we've got a VSC.
I'm not sure if that was Charlie or if he got picked up in the actual.
No, I honestly, I don't know. Somebody hit the wall, and when they hit the wall on the right-hand side of the track,
Bounced off of it.
they kind of bounced and then just torpedoed through the middle of the entire field.
I'm talking about torpedoes in Canada.
Yes, I know. Season 2, I torpedoed someone in Canada.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I had a much better race here yesterday.
Oh, agreed.
At least I finished it. Last season I didn't finish at Canada. It was one of my 2 DNFs last season was Canada. In fact, it was Canada and Silverstone I DNF last season. I didn't DNF at either of them this season, so
it looks like Noodles is missing a bit of wing here. Whoa! What's Hamster doing there? Oh, he just outbroke himself.
He didn't appear to have any damage, he just kind of outbraked himself,
yeah.
I think. I'm just trying to get a look at the front of these cars and see.
And it's off.
So Noodles has no end plates on either side of his car. I think Harry is. I don't think Harry's still there. I think he ghosted.
So Clay's in the pit.
Yeah,
Noodles
Harry's still not here. He's showing as disconnected as I'm.
So Hamster didn't have any damage, lucky enough. As Dylan is made a move on also.
Out while we weren't paying attention to it.
And also actually made the move back there. No. So Colpy's only a 10th behind Dan now.
Yeah, so somehow Harry's ended up ahead of Kieran, even though he was behind him. I don't know quite how that's happened, unless Kieran's had a bit of an issue himself. Because Harry's car, as I said, is ghosted, so he's not actually...
Oh, his nerf pack has just slid into the wall there. So it looks like...
Yeah, he's got most of the right side of his wing.
Oh, a little bit of a end bang in there. That was between Luckman and Dylan, I believe. As Kieran makes a move on nerf pack there, but then again he has got damage.
As Hamster passes Harry, Jackie passes Harry, but as I said, Harry's disconnected, so kind of irrelevant at this point.
Oh, nerf pack's picked up a speeding penalty.
Pit lane, which is now up to 11 seconds of penalties. Dylan has 5, nerf pack has 11. They're the only 2 with penalties so far.
So literally, the only person that hasn't moved from their starting position is El Jobo. But looking at that, he's on the back of wings with DRS is enabled.
Nerf pack is just put on the super softs. And looking at Nerf pack's car, it looks very much like the car that torpedoed the grid at the start, so I think it may have been Charlie hit the wall and bounced like kind of down and through the grid.
Yeah, of course.
So maybe you called it right that it was actually Charlie's car. I mean, it did look ghosted on my screen, but then it also
someone's had an off here. Kieran's gone into the wall here at turn 9.
9, yeah. I was going to say it's Kieran because Harry's just lost it.
He's lost a plate there.
So, while we've not been paying full attention, we've got Dan right on the back of Colpy here.
Oh no, so Colpy's made the move stick then, because he was behind him.
Yep, but Dan is very, very close.
Yeah, Jobo's past wings.
JJ Lato's right on the back of Ginge as well.
Oh, Kieran's picked up a time penalty.
I tell you what, that pit lane just doesn't work.
And he's retired from the pits.
Okay, that's weird because it now says he's DNF.
Oh.
But at least he's in the pit lane this time instead of
yeah, of course,
like last time. So yeah, he's definitely in the pit lane because I'm on board with Clay, who's just driven past the pit lane. So at least he's where he was supposed to be.
So Dan 2 tenths behind Colpy, he'll make a move down there. Yeah. DRS wide open, he should get this done.
Yeah, for sure, I mean, it should be easy enough.
I was saying that, it
It
was...
looks like he's running out of road to make it happen.
Or was he going to... No, he just
No,
slots
no,
in
he
back.
backed out early. He knew that would have been a risky move.
JJ got a move done on Ginge.
I went into exactly the same place, and just like Dan, I looked at it and thought, nope, not for me. I think I had a look at it a couple of times with Kane Lowry, and I was just not willing to take the risk of taking us both out.
Yeah, of course.
Although saying that, I think I did try and go through there two abreast with Reggie at one point.
So we've got a little DRS train here with from Wings down to King Luckman. 4 of them now. Hamsters 2 tenths behind. Whoa, hello, sector 1, so who's had an issue there? No, no one there, it's been cleared up there. As Hamsters made the move on the outside. Ooh.
So I'm still on board with Dan, and he is right on Coulter's gearbox here, but less than a tenth at this point. He may try and outbrake him.
You don't want to get the...
He's
going to lose the DRS though.
No, he'd already passed the detection zone, so Dan will still have DRS. It's Coulter that won't. So he's got to do anything Coulter's going to try and do now. He's got to try and do from slipstreams alone. And there was a little bit of a bump there on Dan just after the DRS as Coulter completely violates the Wall of Champions chicane there.
Oh, so we've got El Jobo.
But to be fair, you can get away with it.
Hound just absolutely violates that chicane as well.
Yeah, that first part you can absolutely violate. It's the second part that you pick up track limit warnings for. So Dylan's just made a move on Wings, as Wings has also come back at him, but Dylan's forcing him around the inside. Too. And Wings is also the better drive out because he was on the wider line.
Yep.
Because even when I go through this solo, I always go out onto that wider line because you get a better drive.
Luckman's picked up the time penalty, but he is about to make the move stick on. No, but he's going to have a good run here on Dimpster.
El Jobo's making a move on Hound there as well, going into turn 8, and that's a done deal. Although I do think he may have
on the inside here. No, he just pulls out
of that. Dylan having a look now as well, as Coulter's closing the gap on Dan, but I don't think he's going to do it fast enough. No, he's not. He has a little look, but thinks the better of it.
So I'm just going to jump back on Luckman just to see what he's going to do.
Dylan.
James picks up a time penalty.
Luckman may get a run here though, because Dimpster doesn't have DRS.
He's going to try it on the outside here. He gets that done nice and easy.
I think that's a better line to do as well, is that outside line.
As Dylan's going to go into the pit now, change tyres, he'll probably serve some of his time penalties as well.
It depends what he picks up the time penalties for.
One I think was... Oh yeah, that's true.
Yep, he is. He's serving a 5 second because they aren't touching his car yet. And yep, there they go. So he has served 5 seconds.
So the only thing close at the moment...
You can't serve it in the pits. If you pick it up as anything else, so
VSC, speeding,
speeding, things like that, you can serve it next. As Clay is out.
Ooh, he's retired in the pits.
He's retired in the pits, yeah, it's okay. I was just jumping on board with Noodles to see where Clay had actually gone, and it was in the pits.
So anything really going... Oh, as Hamster's facing the other way.
I should be telling Dylan to hurry up as he exits the pit lane, see how he likes it.
But he doesn't have you sitting in front of him. As he picks up another time penalty.
He's not helping himself.
Hamster's going to have to box here because he's lost an end plate, so he may have just clipped the wall somewhere.
At the minute, there's nobody getting DRS now because, as I say that, actually, Hound somehow manages to get DRS. I was going to say because there's at least a second gap between everybody at this point. As Osso picks up 3 seconds.
Oh, Jackie. Oh, that's because Hamster's in the pit.
But Hamster's pitted, yeah, I was just going to say, how did he manage that? Because nobody was that close.
Yeah, so Dan's now just driving away.
Yeah, well, I'm honestly not surprised by that. But then, to be honest with you, as much as Dan's driving away, Coolpy's driving away, just not as quickly.
Yeah, of course.
These two have got, you know, going on for 4.5 seconds gap now to the next car back. So Dan's gone from 1.82 second gap by the time he exits the hairpin. And as JJ Lato exits the hairpin, there's 4.2 seconds between himself and Coolpy. So those two are just kind of driving away at the front there. And I mean, as it stands,
JJ is having a really good race, to be fair. It's very quiet for him.
I was going to say, as it stands, he's under no threat from anyone, because the top three have got no penalties. Ginge in P4 has 3 seconds and is 1.5 seconds down on JJ. That's right. So he'd need to make about 4.5 seconds and a pass to actually be in with a shout of a podium. So unless JJ was to pick up a penalty, right now he's under no significant threat from anyone.
No, and he's actually starting to extend his lead over Ginger as well.
He is, as Osso and Jackie have made moves on Dimster, but it's because he's in the pit.
Yeah.
It's because I'm looking at the penalties. I'm not seeing when people are entering the pits. So I'm just seeing the movement. So let's see, a few people started making tyre changes now then. So who have we got? So actually, Kieran apparently put on the super softs just before his crash. Clay had them on 4 laps. Neither of them started on them. So Nerfpack is in the pits, and he had put on super softs a few laps ago, but he had damage, so maybe he's going to go back to softs now for the rest of the race.
Oh, as Dan just nicks the wall of champions.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
But I'm going to stay on the board here for a lap round Montreal with Dan.
Hamstar, Dylan and Dimps are all on super softs as well. But as it stands, all of those in the top 12 positions haven't yet stopped.
As Dylan's picked up, he's now on 12 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, he's really not helped himself with all those penalties. I mean, I can't see how much of a difference it may make to him at this point, because my game's decided it doesn't want to tell me what the gap is. And I can see yours is doing the same as well. We have
hello.
Comment
so we've got King Luckman, who's now this is the closest battle, is on wings. Oh, as Luckman just gives him a little tap there.
Yeah, we had another comment not too long ago as well. Mark saying, drive him well, JJ, which was just agreeing with what we were saying about how he's actually having quite a good race up there in P3.
People picking up a few penalties now. So I'm just going to stay on with this one, because this is the closest thing that's going on at the moment.
Yeah, so I was just waiting for the timing board to show what the gap was for Dylan there, back to what we were saying about his penalty. As it stands, he would lose a place, but he would be losing it to his teammate, so the team wouldn't be losing any, as Dylan's actually facing the wrong way, so... And he's got no front wing. So that will be Dylan back on the pits again.
Wonder if he'll carry on, or if he'll actually just think, I've had enough.
No, he's gone into the wall, and DNF. He ran too much of the grass. I think that was through 6 and 7, and it put him straight into the wall.
Just on board with Nerfpack now.
Yeah, as he come round through 6 and 7, he got onto the curb and then got onto the grass on 7, and it just swung him around left-handed as he was trying to turn right, and it just threw him into the wall.
So will this bring a safety car out?
I did wonder whether it would, but it doesn't appear so.
As Nerfpack is ghosted.
I mean, his car is still there. Yeah, but Nerfpack might be ghosted for a reason. I don't know whether it,
But he's driving really slow, as if it's in AI mode.
Who are the cars around him? Luckman. Yeah, it could be because he's being lapped by Luckman.
Okay.
The gap to leader is a lap for noodled and nerf pack now, and Hamster will be the
Oh,
next.
as Colby's just picked up a time penalty here. So this is where JJ want to step in it a bit on the next set of tyres.
So Matey Boy's just been in the pits for a set of super softs as well. The question really is, when is these front runners going to come in? So the top 9 drivers are still on the soft tyres, as Luckman's quite close to the back of wings here as well. But
yep.
Yeah, the top 9 drivers, so everyone from Dan to Osso, hasn't actually been in yet. So it's a matter of who's going to pull the trigger first of making that stop.
They'll probably stop, I'm guessing, 13, 14 laps.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Harry's not there, the AI is obviously controlling his car, and it will be controlling when he makes his pit stop, so that'll give us some idea of
Luckman's,
what the computer says is the best time to make the pit stop. So, as Kulpi has actually pulled the trigger on the pit stop, so...
He's going to go for the undercut.
I'm going to say he may be going for the undercut then.
So Dan's going to have to respond to this as Luckman makes a move on the inside to the chicane, makes that stick, as Wings picks up a 3-second time penalty from that as well.
Doesn't look like anyone else has pulled the trigger though. The only one to see who may go in. No, the only other one to go in now is Osso. Osso has dropped.
Oh, he just picked up a time penalty.
Yep, he does. He took 5 seconds for speed in the pit lane, but he was the only other car to make a stop. Matey Boy did actually try and undercut everyone because he only stopped a lap ago. So Kulpi has come out just ahead of Matey here as well.
So yeah, wondering if Dan's going to pull the trigger now as he comes down Casino Straight.
So I was just looking at the gap between Wings and King Luckman, and I've ended up on the nose cone of Wings' car again, and all I can see is
Dan pit. So is JJ going to go for it? No, he doesn't. He's going for another lap. Ginge?
So maybe they're going for the over.
Yep, he's gone into the pit.
Ginge has, yeah. And we'll see if El Jobo drops in now as well.
But what you find on this track is a lap or two fresher tyres is insanely quick.
Yeah, I was going to say they may find that the compromise a little bit of time now for more speed at the end. So Ginge is in, as we said. Wings is also in for 5 seconds. But all of the top 5 there have stayed out on track. Let's see what Jackie does, because he's also on it. No, he's staying out as well. I was going to say he's on the same laps as the other guys. So
before going into the pits, Colby had he was behind Dan by 4.8 seconds. So we'll see what sort of, because he's going to be super fast right now.
Yeah, but then is that all those tyres going to die off? So Harry's just dropped into the pits, which would suggest then that the game thinks that 12 laps on the softs is where you want to be.
As Dan has gone into the pits, and oh no, he's just picked up a time penalty as well.
Oh, that really won't help. And he can't serve it either because of this being his only pit stop.
Yeah, there we go. As JJ's just got it stopped. Oh, Jobo, he should be flying into the pits now.
To be honest with you, all these people picking them up, something I've noticed about it is you're braking for the Wall of Champions chicane, and you're braking for the pit lane.
Oh, it's so close. Time penalty.
The pit lane braking point is so close behind the one for the chicane.
Colby's at the chicane now, and Dan's just coming out of the pits.
So let's see where Colby is. As he goes past his lap of a 99. So Dan is out, and
oh, JJ's P2.
Yep, and Ginger's P3. So Colby's actually lost out here, quite significantly lost out, in fact. As
he must have got stuck in some serious traffic.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he set the fastest lap, so he must have got caught up in traffic on his first lap, on it, pretty much his out lap. To have still set a fastest lap and ended up in P4.
But you got Gingy's 4 tenths
I mean, he was
behind
less than 5
JJ's.
seconds. Well, you said he was less than 5 seconds to Dan. He's now 14.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost almost 10 seconds.
Cool.
By pitting earlier.
Yeah. Unless he had an issue on track somewhere. A little wobble here and now.
Maybe. I mean, I would say he's going to have DRS on Ginge, but Ginger's got it on JJ as well, so it's really not going to make much difference. I mean, penalties will play a part in that.
And
as it stands,
JJ has none.
6, so... No, JJ's got none, but unfortunately for him, Dan's also 12 seconds ahead with a 5-second penalty.
Of course,
so
100%.
Coulthie goes even faster with a 19.4.
King Luckman all over the back of wings here.
So, Ginger's
hello. Hell, Jobo was that?
No, that's Jackie. Oh, no, Jackie's in the pits. I was about to say Jackie's just lost a lot of places.
Yeah, see now JJ's 13 seconds behind Dan. He's just stretching it.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I mean. And now
Coulthie looking to make a move here on the inside of Ginge. No, he thinks best of that.
DRS there as well. Oh, as he runs a little bit onto the grass just on the outside of the curb there. That's right. Well.
I just caught that on the nose of Coulthie.
Yeah, I was on with Coulthie actually as well. I've dropped onto there myself before, and it launches the nose of the car.
Oh, his Noodles is out. Ah, he's retired in the pits.
Ah, is it another pit retirement? There's so many pit retirements, and it makes us think there's something happening.
That's what I mean. Get excited, thinking, safety car potentially. Oh, I'll tell you what, safety car now. Oh, that'll throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, that would absolutely will. I mean, what that about? I was on board with Jackie, and he come out of turn 7, and as he come out of turn 7, his car just launched itself to the right into the wall, and then kind of glitched back onto track. It was really bizarre.
Oh, Luckman has just had a mega incident, and oh my God, he just brought out a safety car. Oh Jesus, goddamn Christ!
I would call that first of the commentator.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Safety car would throw a spanner in the works.
Oh my God! Now this is going to be some intense racing right now. Oh, this has brought JJ back into contention.
Gonna be out for at least a lap or two, so it's probably not going to come in until 18, which would mean a 2-lap shootout would be my best estimate. And Dan needs to make 5 seconds. There'll be no DRS.
Tier 1 had exactly the same, lap 30 to 31 of 35.
It was 31.
Shootout. Oh my God!
Yeah, it came out on 29 and went in on 31, I think it was.
So potentially they're only going to have 1 or 2 laps of racing here. So JJ is in such serious contention for a P1.
Yeah, to be honest, it's really quite unfortunate for Dan as well, because although he did pick it up speed in the pit lane, that penalty, which means he's got no chance of it being removed. He was actually having a pretty good drive as well. He's actually kind of
15 seconds ahead.
Yeah. So basically, what we could say here is Luckman's lack of luck there has.
He just spiced it up for us.
Yeah, he's just completely screwed up Dan's race. Not that it was Luckman's fault, of course, but it's just look of the draw whether the safety car actually comes out or not.
I apologise for the commentator's curse. Why is Coulthie dropping? Oh, he went into the pits, so he's stuck on a fresh set of super softs. To be fair, did he need to do that because he had track position?
Probably not.
Oh, drive-through penalty, falling too far back for Osso. Safety car in this lap? Oh, 3 seconds behind Dan as well. Oh my God.
I'd say there's still 3 seconds, so if Dan gets a wiggle on now, we can keep that gap in place.
So, in fairness, Ginge potentially going to pick up a P3 here. Mate, 2 laps.
Yeah, that safety car's coming in really fast. There's also actually got a drive-through as well.
So I'm going to stick on board here with this timing of JJ.
No, I'm just trying to see if I can catch...
Oh, this ain't going to help. All these lap cars, these need to move out of the way. Sharpish. Yeah, he's got through him cleanly enough, that's fine.
Wow. So, I was just watching back the stream of what happened. I saw you jump on with Luckman, and he was facing the wrong way, and I think he got collected by Hound as well.
Oh, that's what I think it was. I'm not 100% to be fair.
No, I'm not. I was just looking back at it, and I think he made a pass on Hound, which is what made you jump back up to him to see what was happening. And he seemed to be facing the wrong direction, and then they kind of looked like they come nose to nose. I think
It's 2.7 here. 2.9 or 3 seconds. He's dropping time again here. Oh, sorry, as Colpy's made the move on El Jobo, but he has got the freshest set of tyres on the field at the minute. So in fairness, Dan did win the sprint race. Does he really need to absolutely... Dan doesn't really need to push it super hard, to be fair. He won the first one. He's going to pick up a P2 here. So just finish it safely, so to speak.
Yeah, that's it. Just stay on track, yeah.
JJ's just got to keep doing what he's been doing the whole race. Clean, consistent.
Yeah, nice, calm and consistent from JJ. If he does, he's on for the win here, because I can't see Dan taking 2 seconds in one lap, so... I think Colpy was banking on the safety car staying out longer.
He was, yeah. But to be fair, I thought he was going to be out longer, but...
Yeah, so did I.
Well, Dan's got 3.7 now on... Yeah, I doubt he's... Unless JJ makes a mistake right now, which I shouldn't be saying stuff like that, he's for the taking. Oh my God.
As Markstrom says, excellent drive, JJ.
It has been. Even in the sprint race, he was just cool, he was calm. He didn't take any chances, he's just done what he had to do. So, look, 3.9, 4.1. Coming down Casino straight, he's going to take a nice P1 here.
Yeah, he'll get that by around about a second here. Because he seems to be faster in a straight line than Dan is.
So, for the last time, through the chicane, Dan goes. He was P1, an incredible race to him, but just that drive through, so then it's going to go to JJ, who is going to take P1.
It's going to go to JJ Lato, right? 613 is the final number for it.
Oh. So Ginge takes...
Well, he almost got that gap back.
Oh, also 20-second time penalty for unserved drive-through.
Oh. To be honest, there wasn't much he could do besides taking that drive-through, because he got it late anyway. So.
But look, Colpy took the risk, thinking the safety car was going to be out longer. Unfortunately, it wasn't. He's now dropped to P5.
Yeah, I think he cost himself a position by doing it, but you can see why he did it. He was
100%.
Sprint at the end. Ruben says, decent job from Otto. Unfortunately, as decent of a job as it was, he has ended up P13. But I do believe he'll get P12 because Harry wasn't there.
That's correct, yeah, he was out the session.
Cole says, good race, guys. Also says, I got glitched out.
And then Stefano, yes, JJ.
So JJ seems to be getting himself a bit of a fan base.
His Wings gets driver of the day for the game, but that was purely because the amount of passes he made.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I am probably going to go with JJ for driver of the day on feature. Unlucky for Dan, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it was really bad luck for Dan, and he did almost manage to pull that gap back out as well. It was just pure luck.
6 tenths.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it was just unlucky that he picked up that penalty in the first place. You know, it's a terrible place this for picking up the speed in the pit lane, because, as I was saying a little earlier on, that you get the braking point for the chicane, and then as soon as you can see beyond the braking point for the chicane, you've got to brake for the pit lane, and if you kind of outbrake yourself a little bit there, you pick up a speeding penalty. Right,
so for the final time, we got JJ P1, Dan P2, Ginge P3, El Jobo P4, Colpy taking P5, Wings 6th, Matey Boy 7th, Hamster 8th, Elite Hound 9th, Dimpster 10th, Jackie 11th, Weatherman Harry, unfortunately, won't be getting any points because he's actually disconnected Osso Bosso with 13th, Nerf Pack 14th. Then we got Luckman, Noodles, Dylan, Claymore, Kieran, and Charlie, who didn't finish the race. That's been us for another week at Canada, which was a good race until the end, which made it super exciting. The next race you'll see us will be Kota, where I'll be comms on Tier 1, Mechanical will be Tier 2, and then you'll see us again on Sunday, and then again today, a week today. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us all. So, just been a couple more comments that have come through.
Yeah, it was Ruben said, I vote also driver of the day. Clearly somebody's not watching the same race as we are. And then Ruben also said, thanks commentary team. So, you know, we always appreciate people giving us thanks and praising our work. We do our best, so.
Oh gosh, we try our best, yeah, definitely. But that's us then for another week. So thank you very much for joining us again, guys, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.